Hey gang, Tony here, and it is day 4 of the Halloween countdown. I have a Sierra Nevada Oktoberfest. And I'm gonna drink it, and it's going to be delicious. Today I'm doing a yard sale find video with some other stuff kind of folded in. I'll explain what that stuff is in just a second. But first, cheers to the season, cheers to Halloween, cheers to autumn. I'm pretty hot today, and yeah, I've been kind of really wanting that beer. I wasn't gonna make a video, and I was like, I kind of want a beer. Better make a video. I have a lot of stuff to show you, so I want to kind of get right into it. Today was Saturday. I did go out on Friday a little bit. I work Fridays, so I can't get out like totally. First, I want to show this off. I forgot to show you guys this. It's a cool little zombie voodoo doll thingy. I guess keychain or ornament it says on here. Halloween ornament that Kara gave me last week when she visited. And I had it in my duffel bag still, and I totally forgot to show you guys. So I wanted to show you that because it's really cool. He looks so befuddled. Bo? Just like that. Bo? I told you so. Really cool. Again, Kara, thanks. And, alright, how do I start? I'll just start showing you stuff that I got today, and I'll get into the other stuff after that. It was Labor Day weekend, or it is Labor Day weekend, and I was excited to hit yard sales, because this is kind of like the last big bang, you know, it's the last hurrah of yard sales before autumn hits and people start kind of dwindling down a little bit with the sales. So I was excited to get out there. Turns out that it wasn't that great of a day, but I did manage to get a bunch of video game stuff, but not the stuff I really look for. So I'm going to sell a lot of this stuff, but I'm not going to take this out of the bag. There's no point in even showing you this. I don't know why I'm telling you, but there are those plug-and-play TV game controllers. They're disgusting, covered in cat fur and cat juice. I don't know. It's gross. She only wanted 50 cents though, and I was like, I guess I could clean them, but I haven't really felt like doing that. So they're in the bag. Today, let me show you the first thing, non-video game, because it's probably the only non-video game thing that I really have to show, and that is a battle troll. Yeah, battle troll. It has pine needles on them, but I remember these from when I was a kid. I used to have them. My brother and I actually liked the battle troll so much that we drew our own designs and sent them into the company. I don't remember this next thing, but my brother says that apparently they actually wrote back to tell us that they don't accept outside designs, but they kept our damn drawings. Those bastards. Battle Troll. That was $1. I bought it for me because it reminds me of when I was a young child. Well, really probably like 12 or 11. I'm actually going to back up for a second because I want to show you Halloween stuff, being that this is a Halloween countdown video in disguise because we're doing yard sale stuff. So, a friend of mine is he's cleaning out houses. Works for like a painter, and they get foreclosure sometimes. And every once in a while, one of these foreclosures will be filled with stuff that they're gonna junk basically if they don't take. So they're allowed to take stuff. And his boss said, "Take what you want." And my friend grabbed me a whole bunch of stuff. The first thing, I'm actually going to make the thumbnail of this video. I'm not going to edit this. I don't have it with me. It's huge. You just look at the thumbnail if you want to see it. It's a big, like, 5-foot plastic ghost that lights up. It doesn't have the bulb, but it's one of those outdoor ghosts with a pumpkin for the Halloween season. I love it. I love it. It's so amazing. One of my favorite things. And he also grabbed me a bunch of other Halloween stuff. I'm not going to show you some of it because I'm actually going to give it to Kara. There's some like girly kind of stuff that I'm going to give to her. But there's also a couple of table covers. Actually, since there's 2 of these, I'll probably bring one for Kara as well. Put that over there with her stuff. So got that. There is an Elvis costume which I doubt I'll ever wear, but there it is. And then there is a little bit of like a character makeup stuff for Halloween, and there's this mask, which is pretty cool. It's a, I don't know, skeleton with freaking rocking out hair. Yeah! Look at him. He's ready to rock! In the 80s. Yeah! So that's one mask. And I saved the best mask for last. This is right next to the big plastic ghost. This is my favorite item from the Halloween stuff. And that is a full Jason mask that is pretty sweet. It is marked on the back 2000 New Line, made in Mexico. Full size, I guess, latex mask. I'm not really sure. It's held up. It looks like it's held up. I will probably use this for a prop or something. I don't really wear masks for costumes, so I'm thinking. I love the head on this one. Which is that? Jason Goes to Hell, or I forget which one that is, with the bulbousy head and the straps around like that. But I'm really digging it. I'll probably use it for a prop. So that's all the Halloween stuff. There was one other epic thing that he gave me, and I'm gonna leave that for last because it's one of the best things to show. So next up were all the yard sales I went to today. I'm not gonna go through the list of sales that I went to, so I'll just show you what I got. I picked up a copy of Nintendo DS Zelda Phantom Hourglass. I don't have a DS. I don't really collect handhelds, so this is going to be a sale item on eBay. I need to make some money for the holiday, for Halloween, so I'm going to be selling a lot of this stuff that I got today. It's complete, so pretty happy about that buy. That was a good buy. And then I got, okay, these are for me. Got a Genesis NBA Jam in the box, and that is complete as well. That was cool. And I got a Echo the Dolphin in the box. Does not have the manual, unfortunately, but it's in a lot better shape and it has the box than the other copy I got that I showed you guys last week. So I was pretty happy about that as well. So that's cool. And then I also picked up a copy of Tekken for the PlayStation in the long box. It says long box, black label, Tekken PlayStation 1. Also complete. I thought that was a pretty good find. The long boxes are sometimes a little bit more sought after. So probably be putting that one on eBay. And then I have, for the Wii, I found Mario Kart. Again, complete. Manual's in there. And the guy also had, where's that? The guy also had the wheel. So I asked if he would throw that in, and he said okay. So we got that and Mario Kart go together. And then I got Super Mario Galaxy for the Wii, which is also complete. I'm debating whether or not I want to keep those. I do have a Wii. I don't play it very often, but the Super Mario games I'm a little more likely to play, so I might keep those. And then I got a few Xbox, well, I got an Xbox 360 game, Dragon Age Inquisition. It does not have the manual, but it has both discs, so I snagged that. It was cheap. That one's for me. I just felt like they had a bunch of Xbox 360 games for like $1. I figured for $1, I won't. You know, I had a lot of the other ones, so I figured I'd play that one. And then I got a couple of Xbox games. One is Crash Bandicoot, The Wrath of Cortex. Complete. Little damage to the box, not too bad though. Then I got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the Xbox. And a Shazam, that one is complete. Not too bad in quality, or condition, I mean. And then, I got this because of what it is. Grabbed by the Ghoulies. I don't know. Horror, I guess. I thought it looked kind of cool. So I snagged that again for Xbox. Again, all there. As far as the Xbox games go, I don't have an Xbox, so I'm probably just going to see if any of these games work with my 360. If they do, I'll probably keep them. If they don't, I'll probably sell them. So that's that. Those are... Okay, that's all that. And then the last sale I went to, they had a... Well, I got a couple of those Wii games from the last sale. And then they happened to also have a Game Boy Advanced SP, I think they're called. So it had a little carrying case. And inside the carrying case is the Game Boy. Game Boy Advanced SP. Yeah, SP. So that opens up. I did test it, and it does work. So I made sure to test it before I bought it. That is a Cobalt Blue, I believe. And it came with the carrying case and a magnifier, which you slip onto the back, and then you open up, and it helps you see the screen, I guess, since it's so small. So that was kind of cool. A little extra that came with it. And then it has the charger for the Game Boy. And he actually had another charger there, which I'm not entirely sure. It says Nintendo on it, but I don't know if it is for this. Well, I guess I could look. Ah, okay. This has a different input, or, plug. So that is not for the Game Boy that I have here. He did say he had a second Game Boy. So there was another one that he had that someone bought, he said. And I guess they didn't take the charger for it. So I just took the box with everything. I'm not sure what that Game Boy was. Maybe it was another advanced, earlier model or something. I'm not really sure. I don't know much about the handhelds of this era because I didn't play with any of those. So that was cool. And then I got 2 games came with it: Wario Land 2 and Toy Story 2. So I got those 2 Game Boy games with it as well. I didn't tell you any prices. The Game Boy Advance with those games and all that stuff I just showed you was $5. The Wii games were $1 each. The Xbox games were $2 each, but instead of paying $6, I paid $5 because I asked them if he would take $5. The PlayStation 1 game was... She asked $5. I gave her $3, which probably was a little more than I would like to pay for that, but I went for it. And then the Genesis games I got for... I want to say $2.50 each, $2.50 each, and the DS game was $1. So not too bad, pretty low prices on everything, and that was everything from the art sales. But I have one more thing to show you. Beer. You guys like beer? I like beer. This is an autumn type beer. It's Oktoberfest. I like it. Why am I talking like that? I don't know. Why am I talking about beer? I don't know. Okay, so as I told you, a friend clears out the house, grabs me some stuff, found something amazing, gave it to me. I like my friend. It is a Nintendo 64 carrying case, which I don't have. And I am very happy to now have. So that's pretty cool. Nintendo 64 carrying case. But you might notice there's some heft to this carrying case. That's because it's filled with stuff. Let's take a look at what's inside. Alright. First of all, we have the system with an expansion pack. But it is missing the thing that goes over it, the little piece of plastic. I think I have an extra with a broken system, which would be nice. So, got the system, and it comes with all the stuff you need. So it has the adapter, the AC adapter. It has the audio-visual adapter, which is nice because that stuff is oftentimes not with this. It also came with the jumper pack. So since it has the expansion pack in there, they had the jumper pack still with it, so that's cool. And we've got a memory card. And we've got... And I've never actually seen one of these before. I didn't know they existed, but it looks like a Game Boy player. So it looks like you put a Game Boy game in here. And I believe this connects to the controller, it looks like. Well, you know what? We can test that out because this also came with 2 controllers. So we got 2 controllers with the system. And I'm saying it looks as though the Game Boy player goes in that slot where like the Rumble Packs go and all that. Pretty sure... I don't want to mess with this, but... Yeah, that's where it goes. Right on the back like that. And you put a Game Boy game in there, and I guess you could play Game Boy games on the, whatchamacallit, on the Nintendo 64. Did not know that adapter existed until now. It's pretty cool. Oh, wait, you know what? It says it's a Nintendo 64 transfer pack. Now I'm wondering if it just transfers data or if it actually plays the games. I will find out. I don't know. That's cool. As you guys know, I'm not the biggest fan of Nintendo 64. This was a little outside my childhood. I was older at the time that this came out. I was high school, college age. So a lot of this stuff I didn't really play when I was that age. Also some games. Let's see what games we've got. We have 007. We have, for some reason, he had 2 copies of Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, which I think I have copies of already as well. So that's interesting. But 2 of those. Not the most prized of games. Army Men Sarge's Heroes. I had that game at one point and I traded it or sold it, I think. I also think it was in a green... Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was a green cartridge. I don't remember. And saved the best for last. And this is surprising to come across 2 in as many weeks, in 3 weeks, but got another Majora's Mask with the lenticular label. So, that's pretty awesome. I thank my friends very much for that. Oh, look at this. There's more games. I forgot. There's also Hardcore ECW Revolution black cartridge. And I was excited about this because Mr. Tony of the Dead took this game from the lot that we found, and I was okay with that. But as luck would have it, Donkey Kong 64. So the game that Tony had, I got another copy. There's a sticker on there, 48-hour videos, 48 hours of video. I may try to get it off with an iron, but it might mess with the other label, so I may not. I don't know. But got that as well, and now I think... Oh wait, $100 bill! No, I'm just kidding. I think that's everything. Okay, so that is my haul for this Labor Day weekend of September 2015. We are so close to Halloween, I could almost taste it. In fact, I do taste it! Halloween's almost here, everybody. Breathe deep in the night. Check you later.